Hey guys, I'm taking a beautiful walk in Chaffee Park. It's 70 degrees in March, which is unbelievable. There's people playing outside. And as you know, I'm here to talk to you about Huckleberry Roasters. Huckleberry Roasters is a local coffee roasting room and a cafe at the same time. It was also founded by Mark Mann and Cone Goodman, who were college buddies and decided to open up their own roasting room. There's two things that these guys take extremely seriously at their coffee shop. One is their customer service, and two is creating all different kinds of flavor complexities for everybody to enjoy apart from the generic coffee stores. I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to pick Mr. Mann's brain about why he opened Huckleberry Roasters. And he gave me a very inspirational story. He told me that once he was sitting in his dorm room with his partner Cone Goodman, and like a lot of people in college, they thought working in corporate 40 hours a week just isn't for me. So they decided to work 80 hours a week just so they didn't have to work 40 by starting to develop different type of coffee flavors and trying to kickstart their coffee business, and that's how they got to Huckleberry Roasters in 2011. My second question to Mr. Mann is, why Chaffee Park? To me, coffee shops are very hipster, very in style, very popular with millennials, so I would think that a coffee shop would be way more successful in a place like Boulder, Colorado. His response was very interesting. While he agreed that the coffee shops in Boulder would turn a much more of a profit, he wanted to say something very clear. He said, no offense to you college kids, but he didn't want kids coming in and out, studying, didn't really care about who was serving them. They just kind of wanted their coffee and wanted to get on with their lives. To him, the people in Chaffee Park are familiar. They're always there. There's people that have lived there a long time, so he loves to see people come every weekend, familiar faces, and see them grow as people over the years. As well as he gets to see a lot of new faces, as a lot of people are also moving to Chaffee Park. So he gets that relationship that kind of lasts a long time, as opposed to a college campus where people are graduating in 4 years then leaving, so you don't really get to build those relationships. So that sense of community was really important to him, and that's one of the reasons he picked Chaffee Park. After looking at some Yelp reviews, I finally understood what Mr. Mann was talking about. One of the reviews told a little story that I'll give you a quick summary of. There was a person that was driving through Pecos Street, where Huckleberry Roasters is, and their car stopped, their battery died. And so as she went in to ask for help, an employee jumped the gun, went outside, helped her jump her car, but that didn't even work. The battery was completely dead and she needed to replace the battery. So she needed to call a tow truck, and while she was calling the tow truck, the employee offered her a seat in Huckleberry Roasters for as long as she needed, and he also gave her 2 cups of coffee on the house just to make her stay more comfortable, as he saw that she was distressed and she was very sad that her car was breaking and she had to wait there and it's kind of ruining her day. And that to her made her day, as she said on the Yelp review, and that to me really hit home and made me understand what Mr. Mann was talking about, of the sense of community. All this mushy-gushy kumbaya talk about sense of community is great for a business, but I've left out one major factor that also helped Mr. Mann open up this coffee roasting business in Chaffee Park. I compared the real estate values for Boulder and Chaffee Park, and the median home value in Boulder is $678,800, whereas the median in Chaffee Park is $276,000. So while all this customer service and talk about community is great, it also makes a huge difference when the rent of opening up a coffee store is significantly less. I mean, all that being said, Huckleberry Roasters is doing great business. They have a large online presence where they're selling all their coffee. You can go in store, get a great cup of coffee, get lunch, get brunch. They do all of that. And the biggest thing that I've learned from them is that a small business to succeed in Chaffee Park is, one, just getting real close with the community and customers, showing great customer service, having a unique product, and just being there for people. And that's what they do. So I highly recommend you check it out. I'm gonna head there right now, get a great cup of coffee. I'll see you guys later.